All right, guys, so before we get into this video, I have a huge announcement. I'm going to be doing my first ever giveaway on the channel. I hope you guys like it, and hopefully it's the first of many. I want to put it out there that I appreciate everything that you guys do for me, watching my videos, liking them, commenting on them, and subscribing to the channel. It means so much to me, and it keeps me doing what I'm doing. So I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you guys so much, and I just want to give back to you guys and show that appreciation. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway on a brand new Meet Your Maker brand 6-tray digital dehydrator. This thing is amazing. I use mine all the time. And I know that whoever wins this thing is going to love it just as much as I do. So down to the contest rules. You have to be a US or Canadian resident. You have to subscribe to the channel, and you have to comment below in the comment section, I subscribed. It's very important. Don't worry, if you've already subscribed to the channel, all you have to do is go down and in the comment section write I subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you have to subscribe to the channel and then go down and comment I subscribed. And then you're entered to win this bad boy. Like I said, it's amazing. I love this thing, and I know whoever wins it is going to love it just as much as I do. I want to point out that I am not affiliated with Meet Your Maker brand at all. It's just me wanting to give back to you guys because I appreciate all the views and everything that you guys have done for me. So the cutoff for the giveaway is November 14th at 11:59 p.m. I'm going to be doing a video shortly after that on the 15th or 16th to announce the winner. So stay tuned. Like I said, thanks for watching the video. Watch the rest of this video through. You'll see how I use this thing, and hopefully you can have the chance to win one and use it too. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. What is going on, YouTube fam? Matt with Outdoor Believing, and we are back and at it again. And it is that time of year again. It is the end of September. October 1st is literally 5 days away, I believe. This Sunday is opening day of Michigan bow season. Most states have already been open for a couple weeks already. Michigan has had their youth hunt, their Liberty hunt, the early doe season, and October 1st is in a couple days, and I love it. And I love making some deer jerky to bring in the woods. Last year we were really fortunate to harvest a couple really nice deer, and I save a couple roasts every year to do this and make some jerky to bring in the woods as snacks. So I hope you like this video. We're going to try a couple new recipes. Well, one new recipe this year. We're going to do a recipe from Cabela's, and we're going to do one of my standbys. So hopefully you guys like it. So before we get started though, I really want to ask you guys, if you could go down, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to make a push and get over 1,000 subscribers by the end of October. So if you could help me out, I really appreciate it. Keeps me doing what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's get to making some jerky. First off, you want to start off with some nice deer roast. You can do this with beef. You could do this with waterfowl, anything. Deer jerky and just jerky in general. But what you want is a decent chunk of meat, and you want it partially frozen. That's key in my mind. Keeping it partially frozen makes it so you can cut everything evenly. You want to cut it into about 1/4 inch strips. That way it's nice. Big pieces of jerky, and you want to cut it against the grain. You want to keep it so the fibers of the meat will break apart, and it makes it more tender. And it'll make the dehydrating process way easier, and it'll keep it the exact same, well, almost the exact same time for the whole batch. So we're going to get started with cutting this, and let's get going. So this is exactly what you want. You want pieces just about 1/4 inch thick. And you can tell that the grain of the meat is actually going the right way. It's going to pull apart. It's going to make it so you can chew it easier. Those look perfect to me. So we got this one done. I'm not going to bore you with cutting up the rest of these. I'll get all this cut up and I'll get back to you. So we're going to put this aside. We're going to get all the stuff to make the brines and the marinades, and let's get to that part. Here's everything we have for my marinade that I love, I came up with, and this is one of my favorite recipes. I call it my sweet heat. All it is we're going to put the wet ingredients in first. And this is 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of Worcestershire sauce. We've got 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. We've got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And then we have 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of red chili flakes, and 2 tablespoons of fresh cracked or ground pepper, whatever you like. And then for the last ingredient, we are just going to take a little bit of honey. We're probably going to put, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of this in. About there. And then we are just going to whisk this up. Man, it smells so good. I love this recipe. You know, it's got that perfect blend of sweet and hot. It's not overpowering though, so don't feel like this is going to blow your socks off hot. This is just like a nice warm feeling. It's not super hot. If you get one of the chili flakes, that might get you a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's really, really good, especially after it's been sitting in the fridge for 1 or 2 days afterwards. It's perfect. So that's ready. That's perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a lock and lock. We are going to throw a bunch of these pieces of meat in. So you want to make sure you kind of get the meat separated. That way you can get the marinade or brine, as I call it, over all the pieces. So I do want to point out, I had a couple questions last time I made this video. Where's the curing salt? I don't put curing salt in this batch. Honestly, it doesn't last long enough in my house. My kids love it. My wife loves it. I love it. So it doesn't last long enough to really have to do that. But for what I have, the soy sauce and the Worcestershire sauce has enough sodium salt content in it that it's kind of being a brine as it is. And I vacuum seal my jerky after I make it. And then if I'm not going to eat some right away, I'll throw it in the freezer. It'll stay good in the fridge for a couple weeks, to be honest with you, if not longer. I've never had it go past 3 weeks, I think, maybe 2 weeks. But if I'm not eating it within 2 weeks, usually I'll throw it in the freezer. And then whenever I run out of one, I'll pull one out, I'll throw it in the fridge. It'll thaw out. By the time it's thawed, it's ready to go, you know, and it's the same delicious jerky that I made before. So the next one that I'm making from Cabela's, I believe that does have curing salt in it. We'll take a look when we get there. Do a couple more. All right, and we're gonna take this, just pour it over the top. We're going to go ahead and put the tops on. You can really shake this up. It's not going to hurt it. You want to make sure all those pieces get coated. And there it is. That looks great. Everything's coated. Each piece has a little bit of every seasoning on it. So what we are going to do, we are going to take these, we're going to throw them in the fridge, and we're going to leave them in the fridge for about 24 hours. Every 4 hours or so, I come back, I'll go in the fridge, and I will take these, mix them up, make sure all the pieces still have that marinade / brine on them, and throw them back in the fridge. And tomorrow I'm going to come back. I'm going to throw them on the dehydrator, and we're going to have some delicious treats for the woods. So I'm super excited. So we're going to get this one in there. Let's look at the new one that I haven't tried, the Cabela's. I think I'm going to do teriyaki, and let's see how that one turns out. all I did was stop into the Cabela's over by my house, and I bought this Cabela's open season jerky making kit variety pack. And this has in it their original teriyaki and peppered. We're going to do the teriyaki today and see how that one turns out. So, let's find it. That's pepper, that's original. Teriyaki seasoning comes in a pack, and then all you need is the jerky cure to go along with it. So that's what I'm saying. This has some of the curing salts and stuff like that in it. So all it says on the box, I believe, is you're going to add 1 seasoning pack and 1 curing pack into 1 cup of cold water, which I have here. Let's go ahead and dump this in. And then for the cure, all right. So we're going to take this, we're going to mix this up. Make sure that it's well mixed. All right. Wow, that smells really good. So we're going to grab some lock and locks for this as well. Go ahead and throw all that in there. All we're going to do is take this beautiful teriyaki mixture. We're going to dump half on this one and half on this one. Make sure you get all the goods out and that it's separated evenly. Throw the tops on. Give her a good mix around. Let's open this up. Oh, it smells really good. Looks good too. So this one says you can leave it in there for 8 to 24 hours refrigerated. Longer marinades just intensify the flavor. So we're going to leave closer to 24 hours because I really like teriyaki flavor. And that's what I do with my other ones anyway. So every couple hours, we're going to go in the fridge. We're going to give these a good mix up, both of them. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And we're going to throw it right on that bad boy. It's a Meet Your Maker brand 6-tray dehydrator. It works amazing. I love the thing. It's probably going to take 4 to 6 hours, depending on how you like your jerky. That's one beauty about making your own jerky. You can make it how you want it. Some people like it more dry. Some people like it a little less dry. So I'm going to throw this in the fridge. I'm going to get cleaned up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, it is jerky time. The jerky has been marinating for just under 24 hours. And I mix it up about every 3 to 4 hours. I'll go into the fridge and just turn it over a couple times and throw it back in. Just under 24 hours. It smells delicious. I cannot wait to make this. The seasoning and the marinade / brine has permeated perfectly into the meat. I do something a little different. I know the last time I did a video like this, some people commented, why do you put it on paper towel and why do you blot the excess off? Because that's where the flavor is. Well, that's been in there for 24 hours. It's permeated the meat. It's got a ton of flavor in it already, and I've never had a problem with losing much flavor at all. So this is just what I like to do. You feel free to do it any way you want, and this way is just a little less messy. It doesn't get my dehydrator all dirty. And it actually makes that process a little faster because you're taking more of the liquid out. The more liquid you have on the meat, the longer it takes in the dehydrator, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to take it, put it on paper towel. We're going to blot it somewhat dry, but not all the way. And then we're going to add some fresh ground black pepper to the batch that is my recipe. The teriyaki recipe, we're going to just leave it how it is because I want to try it. just how it is, and we're going to throw that in there. So let's get to going. These, I can't tell you how good this smells right now. These pieces are just perfect cuts. Look at that. About a 1/4 inch thick. And they just soaked up this brine / marinade beautifully. You just lay them out. And there we go. That is the first batch. That is what I like to call the sweet heat. We're going to take some paper towel. We're just going to press it down on it. Try and absorb a little bit of that excess fluid. You don't have to get super crazy. You can definitely tell that the meat has tenderized a little bit by absorbing all that meat, or by absorbing all the sauce. All right, so there's that. We're going to take some black pepper, and you can do it with already pre-ground or whatever, but I just like to put a little extra on top. All right, so the pepper's on. We're just going to pat it in so it sticks to it. And we're going to grab a rack. We're going to start laying these onto the rack. Now, with this, you really want to try to separate the meat just a little bit. You want an even airflow on this. Because this has a fan inside, it circulates that air to keep it a nice constant temperature. So give it just a little bit of space in between each piece of meat. And there's the first rack. Look at that. It looks delicious already. We're going to slide this in and finish up. All right, so here we go with round 2. This is the Cabela's brand, the kit that I got in teriyaki. So it smells really good. I'm excited for this one. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But this one I'm not going to put any pepper on. I'm just going to leave it as is and try it that way. But look at these pieces. Those are just perfect size. And there we have it. Last bit of jerky. We're going to pat it dry. Just like we did the other one. Just a little bit. Not taking too much of the fluid out. Or the flavor. If you hear little dog feet on the wood floors, it's because there's venison out. My dog absolutely loves venison. She actually tracks deer for people that wound them. So if you want to see some videos like that, let me know. Throw that in the comments. On training videos or tracking deer with my dog. So throw that in comments, just a little side note. All right. There it is. Let's throw it on the racks and let's get this in the dehydrator. And there we go. The last 2 racks of the teriyaki are ready to go. We're going to throw them in the dehydrator. We're going to start that bad boy up. We're going to get to making some jerky. We're going to turn it on. We're going to turn the temperature. Well, we're going to turn the temperature up to 167. And then we're going to turn the timer to 6 hours. And there she goes. Now that we got the jerky in, we got that bad boy fired up. We're running it at 167, and we're going to run it for anywhere between 4 and 6 hours. I have the timer set for 6 right now. I'm going to start checking it at around 4. That's usually when it starts. Some of the smaller pieces might be getting close. Like I say, it all depends on how you like your jerky. Some people like it more dry, some people don't. So depending on how you like it, I like to start checking it between 3.5 and 4 hours. I usually go around the 4 hour mark. And then I base it on there. So it all depends on how thick you cut it, how much fluid's in it, how much you take off. If you take any off, it's definitely going to take more if you don't. If you go straight from the brine onto the dehydrator, it's going to take a little bit longer. So just a tip of the day. I don't know. I'm excited for the jerky. So if you do me a favor right now, go down, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm making a push to get over 1,000 by the end of October. Also, I want to see some comments out there. I want to see your jerky recipes, what kind of dehydrator you guys use. So, and if you have any tips for what I'm doing to make any of my recipes better, or recipes that I need to try that you can store by or make. So I'm open to suggestions. I always love hearing them. So throw that in the comments and let me know. We're going to let this go. We're going to see you in 4 to 6 hours, and we're going to do a taste test. So I'm real excited. Stay tuned. All right, guys, and it's that time. It's been just over 6 hours, closer to 6.5. This batch took a little bit longer than I'm used to, probably because I didn't squish as much of the liquid out as I could before I put it on, but that's just going to add a little extra flavor. So I'm really excited to try this. Let's pull it out and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, here's the money maker. This is the one I call Sweet Heat. This looks phenomenal. Turned out just like it always does. It's got the nice pepper flakes and the red pepper flakes in it as well. So let's take a look at the other one. All right, this one's a little bit different. Not what I was expecting. Well, it is what I was expecting, but a little bit different. It's got a little red color to it. This is the Cabela's Teriyaki. It looks really good. I'm excited to try this. I love teriyaki flavor, so we're going to get the rest of these out and we're going to give it a taste test and see which one I like the best. All right, and there it is. Like I said, it looks great. It's kind of crazy to think that this was 3 big venison roasts. Jerky just shrinks up a lot, and it's just crazy to see. But this is going to make some great snacks for the wood. So let's go and give this a try. So we're going to start with this one. This is the Sweet Heat. This is the one that I came up with. I love this one. Hopefully it turned out just like I'm used to. What you want to look for when you want good jerky is you don't want it to be so dry that it just breaks in half. You want it to flex pretty much just like that. You know, it doesn't just break. So we're going to pull it apart. It's still dry, and that's good. That's what you want. I mean, what can I say? I love this recipe, and I think you should try it. Man, it's got that nice sweetness to it. It's got just a little bit of heat. It's not hot. It's just a warm feeling that it gives you. And it's got, like I said, the nice sweetness to it and all the spices. You pick that up. It's really good. This one is a winner every day for me, for sure. My kids absolutely love this one. So does my wife. So let's go. I'm excited to try this one. Let's try this teriyaki. Here we go. This is one of the bigger pieces. Same thing. It's got flex to it. It doesn't just crack in half. Got to pull it apart. Just like that. You can definitely see it's going to be tender. Let's give it a go. Okay. That one's a little different, but really good. It's definitely got that teriyaki flavor. It's got a lot of sweetness to it too. Man, I like that a lot. Yeah. This is that Cabela's Teriyaki from their variety pack. It's not too salty at all. It's really good. It's got a great flavor to it. I think my kids and my wife are going to love this one too. If I had to say, I'm still a fan of the one that I came up with a little better. That's why I make it every time I do this. But either way, this is all really good jerky. It's going to make some great snacks for the woods. So I cannot wait to have these in the woods with me, if it makes it to the woods. Deer season starts this Sunday, so I'm really excited for that. Hopefully I can get a couple more deer this year to make a lot more jerky. And I got a couple different ways that I'm going to try and make jerky for you guys too. So stay tuned for that. But if you could, throw it in the comments. Let me know what types of jerky you guys like, how you make them, if there's different ways that you make them, and what flavors you guys really like. I always like hearing that, and I like hearing your opinions and stuff. So throw it in the comments. Let me know. I'm really curious. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Keeps me doing what I'm doing. If you guys watch it, I really appreciate it. If you could, go down, hit that subscribe button right now for me, because I'm trying to make that push to get over 1,000 before the end of October. So if you could help me out, I'd really appreciate it. But on the other hand, if you like this video, go hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button to see when more videos get dropped. And until next time, you guys have a good one.